Hey ladies, welcome to Living on Purpose. This is going to be a video podcast that is dedicated to inspiring women to live lives of eternal impact. I'm Heather, and today we're diving into a journey that's all about balance, purpose, and leaving a legacy that matters. Ready? Let's do this. Okay, so if you have ever been to this channel before, or even if you are here for the first time, you're probably going to notice that my content was kind of all over the map. Well, let me explain. 5 years ago, I started my YouTube channel with this dream of inspiring women's lives. I wanted to bring wisdom and common sense to a world that we live in where sometimes those qualities feel pretty rare. But I wasn't sure how to grow an audience, and so instead I kind of focused on practical things, makeup tips, tutorials, recipes, cleaning hacks, etc., in the hopes of attracting an audience. And while it was fun, just check out some of my past videos. They're fun. Something just felt kind of missing. It wasn't fulfilling the deeper purpose that I had in mind from the beginning, which was helping women live lives of meaning and have kingdom impact. So this realization kind of hit me hard this year when a friend of mine shared her story with me. She had just turned 50 and felt like she hadn't really made much of an impact beyond her family, which is huge, but she kind of felt like she had just arrived at 50 without really doing very much that had lasting impact. And this resonated deeply with me because last year I turned 50. I couldn't believe it. And I couldn't shake the feeling that I was kind of doing the same thing. I was playing it safe. I was avoiding topics like faith because I didn't want to alienate people. But here's the truth. My calling is to inspire women and encourage others to explore faith in Jesus. I cannot do that just arriving at the next decade of 60. So, moving forward, this podcast or video, wherever you're watching, is all about living on purpose. We'll explore how to nurture our body, our mind, our soul, and spirit, the whole woman, so that we can create margin in our lives and focus on what truly matters. Together, we're going to discover how to leave a legacy that our children and others will actually want to follow. So, what does that look like? Well, there are 4 aspects to every human being: our body, our mind, our soul, and our spirit. With our body, how do we stay healthy so that we can say yes when Jesus calls us to action, when he invites us to do things with him? We're going to talk about practical ways to care for ourselves physically, with nutrition, with exercise, all without losing sight of our spiritual goals. Our mind. What are we feeding our minds? Are we filling them with truth, or are we letting lies take root? We'll discuss strategies for staying mentally strong and fighting the battles of our lives within our own thoughts. It's that battle between our 2 ears. Our soul. How do we relate to others? Whether it's our spouses, children, co-workers, or church community, how do they feel after they've spent time with us? What kind of an impact do we make on them? We're going to look at how to cultivate meaningful relationships that reflect Christ's love and draw people closer to him. And finally, our spirit. How do we commune with God? How do we hear his voice in this world and follow his lead? We're going to dive into ways to deepen our relationship with Jesus and live lives that glorify him. So, if you're ready to live a life on purpose, a life that stores up treasures in heaven and leaves a lasting legacy, then join me on this journey. I really want you to come with me. I want to do this together. We're going to challenge ourselves. We're going to share wisdom, stories, laugh along the way, because, it's me, and grow closer to God. And in the next video, we're going to be starting with the why. Why does any of this actually even matter? If we're saved, why do we have to store up treasure in heaven? What does it mean to store up treasure in heaven? Do we even need to do it? What's it for? Well, you're not going to want to miss the next video. Thank you so much for watching or listening, whether you are watching this on YouTube or if you're listening to a podcast in your car or when you're doing all the things of life. Don't forget to subscribe and maybe share this with someone else, another woman that you know who needs some inspiration in her life. I'm going to be posting weekly, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Ladies, let's do this. See ya.